everyone, my name is Petra, and I signed up for teaching math through literature. So the children already are going to be aware of different shapes and colors and sizes. So today we are going to learn about patterns. So I will begin. Okay class, today we are going to be learning about patterns, and to help us learn about patterns, we're going to read the book Patterns Everywhere by Carrie Jensen Gold. Does anyone know what a pattern is? Rebecca?
It's when something goes one thing and then another thing and then one thing and then another thing.
Perfect. So right here, what animal is this?
A zebra.
It's a zebra. And on the zebra, what makes this a pattern is it goes black, white, black, white, black, white. And it continues throughout his whole body. So we're going to see different patterns, and patterns could be anything. Patterns could be sizes, patterns could be shapes, colors. So we're going to look at all different sorts of patterns in here. So we kind of already talked about this, but I want to talk about the shirt that these boys are wearing. What three colors do we see on this little boy here?
White, red, blue.
Perfect. So it repeats itself. So it goes white, red, blue, white, red, blue, white, red, blue. And his shirt makes up a pattern. Now on this little boy, even though the stripes are different sizes, it still is going to make up a pattern. It doesn't matter the size of the stripes. It's still repeating colors. So it's blue, green, white, blue, green, white, blue, green, white. And that's what he has as his pattern. Our next page. So things that repeat in an orderly way makes up a pattern. So this little girl is playing with a beach ball, and what makes this ball a pattern is all the different colors it has. And actually, each color of the ball is the exact same size. So it has all different colors and it makes up a pattern on the ball. Can anyone else show me on this page, or tell me on this page, what makes up a pattern?
The blocks are in order and they all go orange, red, green, blue.
Perfect. So patterns can have many objects in it, or just 2 or 3 or 4. And this little girl has an umbrella, and the 2 colors that makes up a pattern on the umbrella are going to be yellow and white. The squares on a checkerboard. Does any of you guys play checkers at home?
Yeah, I do with my dad.
Yeah. So, what makes up a checkerboard are squares. We learned about squares yesterday because we learned about different sorts of shapes. So the 2 colors that make up a checkerboard are what?
Red, black, red, black, red, black.
Perfect. The piano keys that you play. So this little girl is playing a piano, and the pattern on the piano keys are going to be black and white, black and white, black and white. And also, if you guys can look really closely, it goes 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. So that also makes up a pattern. So far we learned that patterns can be on shirts, we learned patterns can be on games, and a piano. Let's see what else we can learn about. Ooh. Do you see the way in which these pretty flowers grow? What colors do we see, boys and girls?
I see yellow, purple, and orange.
And what shapes are these big shapes right here?
I see a rectangle.
Very good. And we learned about rectangles as well yesterday.
And I also see that there could be circles.
Yeah, very good. There's circles up there. You're right. So there's different patterns in this, and these are flowers. So even flowers can make their own patterns. Ooh. Some animals even wear patterns. I actually have a cat that has a pattern at my house. So what patterns do we see on these big tigers?
Stripes.
They're stripes, and their 2 colors are black and tan. So some animals do wear patterns, but of course we all know that some don't. So these animals are just one solid color, so they do not have patterns on them. Which family here sports snazzy stripes?
Ooh, the zebra.
The zebras, and we talked about that on the front page. That the zebra's coat is black and white. And which animals prefer spots?
Cheetahs.
Yes. And these are giraffes, and who can tell me something special about giraffes?
They have a really, really long neck.
They do. So they're good for eating things up high in the trees that no one else can get.
I saw a giraffe once at the zoo.
Yes, at the San Diego Zoo they have giraffes. They don't have zebras though. That wouldn't be very safe. Okay, which animal makes patterns? See what has fun. And since it's Halloween time, everyone should know what type of animal this is.
A spider.
Yes, a black spider. It's wove a web of silky threads, and now its home is done. So the spider makes its own home, and it's his web. And what kind of patterns do we see here? Look at all the different lines we have. Okay, here are some patterns on the sea gleaming in the light. So the different patterns that we have here are going to be different colors. So we have a blue, white, red, white, purple. Purple, white, red, white, purple. And then on this one we have two different colors. And what are the two different colors?
Yellow, blue, yellow, blue.
Perfect. Which ones are blue, red, and white? What are those ones?
The ones on the corner. Yeah,
This
that one.
Right?
Mhm.
Very good. So here's all the different things that we learned that has patterns. In spider webs, which are right here, and piano keys, sails, and games that we play. And they're also on fabrics, flowers, and animals. We see patterns every day. So now, boys and girls, when you guys are out, you guys will be able to spot out different patterns. So we're going to just do a little activity on the board as a review. We start off with easy patterns, and then we get to a little harder ones. So we have, what type of shape is this?
Triangle.
So we have a triangle, circle. Triangle, circle. What would come next?
Triangle.
Very good. And we have to complete the pattern, so we have, after triangles, what comes?
Circle.
Very good. Now we have, what color is this?
Brown.
So we have a brown, then we have,
Red.
then we have,
Brown.
so what comes after brown?
Red.
Very good. Okay, now we're dealing with numbers. So the book didn't tell us about numbers, but we can also have patterns in numbers. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Does anybody know what number comes next?
10.
We're counting by even numbers. Very good. And if we're not dealing with even numbers, what goes with even numbers? Does anyone know? 1 is a number, and 3 is a type of number, and 5 is a type of number.
Odd.
Very good. Okay, and right here, we have green, red, green. We just want to know what comes after green.
Red.
Very good. And then this one is our last one, and it's a little tricky. So let's see. What shape is this?
Circle.
So we have a circle. We already said this is a triangle. And then what do you get on your papers when you guys do a good job?
Star.
Perfect. And then we learned this shape yesterday.
Square.
So we have a circle, we have a triangle, we have a star, and we have a square. Then we have a circle, we have a triangle, we have a star, and who can tell me what comes after a star?
Square.
Very good. And then after our square, we start the pattern from the beginning, and the beginning shape is what?
A circle.
Very good. And then after the circle, we have one more shape.
Triangle.
3 sides. Very good, boys and girls, and I just want to show you one last thing. So our classroom dog has an apron on. And what do you guys notice about his apron?
It has a pattern like the checkers board.
Exactly, except with checkerboards, they're different colors. So what colors do we see here?
White and black.
Very good.